was going to start this conversation by asking you the question about the thing that occupies your mind the most and the most important thing we should be talking about. And I in part assumed the answer would be artificial intelligence, because the way that you talk about your intuition on this subject matter, you've got children.
Yeah.
You think about the future a lot. If you can see this species coming to Earth in the next, even if it's in the next 100 years, it strikes me to be the most pressing problem for humanity.
Well, I'm as interesting as I think that problem is, and consequential as it is. I'm worried that life could become unlivable in the near term before we even get there. Like, I'm just worried about the misuses of narrow AI in the meantime. I'm worried about, just take the current level of AI we have. You know, we have GPT-4. I think within the next 12 months or 2 years, you know, let's say whatever GPT-5 is, we're going to be in the presence of something where most of what's online that purports to be information could soon be fake, right? Where, like, just most of the text you find on any topic is just fake, right? Like, someone has just decided, write me 1,000 journal articles on why mRNA vaccines cause cancer, and give me, 150 citations. Write them in the style of Nature and Nature Genetics and Lancet and JAMA,
And publish them.
and just put them out there, right? Right. One teenager could do that in 5 minutes with the right AI, right? It's like we're not, GPT-4 is not quite that, but GPT-5 possibly will be that. I mean, it's like that is such a near-term advance, right? Or just when you imagine knitting together the visual stuff like MIDJOURNEY and DALL-E, and Stable Diffusion with a large language model. Just imagine the tool. Again, this is 18 months away, maybe it's 3 years away, but it's not 30 years away. The tool where you can just say, give me a 45-minute documentary on how the Holocaust never happened, filled with archival imagery. Give me, Hitler speaking in German, and with the appropriate translations, and give it in the style of Alex Gibney or Ken Burns, and give me 10,000 of those, right? Like that's all the friction for misinformation has been taken out of the system. And yeah, I worry we're just going to have to declare bankruptcy with respect to the internet. We just are not going to be able to figure out what's real. And when you look at how hard that is now with social media, in the aftermath of COVID and Trump, and how just the challenge of holding an election that most of the population agrees was valid, right? That challenge already is on the verge of being insurmountable in the U.S., right? I mean, it's just like, it's easy to see us failing at that, AI aside. Now, when you add large language models to that, and the more competent future version of it, where it's just the most compelling deep fakes are indistinguishable from real data. And everyone is siloed into their tribes, where they're stigmatizing the information that comes from any other tribe. And the internet is now so big a place that there really isn't the ordinary selection pressures where bad information gets successfully debunked so that it goes away. It's just, you can live in a conspiracy cult for the rest of your life if you want to. You can be QAnon all day long if you want to. And now we've got deep fakes shoring all that up, and just spurious, scientific articles shoring all that up. All of this just becomes a more compelling form of psychosis, and culturally speaking. And so I'm just worried that it's going to get harder and harder for us to cooperate with one another and collaborate, and that our politics will just completely break, and that'll offer an opportunity for lots of bad actors. And I mean, and leaving aside, there's cyber terrorism, and there's synthetic biology that the moment you turn AI loose on the prospect of engineering viruses and all of that. It's like it potentiates. I mean, the asymmetry here is that it seems like it's always easier to break things than to fix them or to prevent people, but categorically prevent people from breaking them. And what we have with increasingly powerful technology is the ability for one person to create more and more damage, or one small group of people, right? And it just turns out it's hard enough to build a nuclear bomb that like one person can't really do it, no matter how smart. You need a team, and traditionally you've needed state actors, and you need access to resources, and you have to get the fissile material, and it's hard enough. But this is being fully democratized, this tech, and so it's I worry about the near-term chaos.
I've never found the narrow-term consequences of artificial intelligence to be that interesting until now, until
Right.
what you said. That image of like the internet becoming unusable. So that was a real eureka moment for me, because I've not been thinking about that.
Yeah, no, me too. I was just concerned about the AGI risk, and now, really in the aftermath of Trump and COVID, I see the risk of, if not losing everything, losing a lot that matters, just based on our interacting with just these very simple tools that are reliably misleading us.
Please make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Leave us a comment down below about what topics you would like to see covered next. Thanks for watching.